Hello, I'm Ishan John Chatterjee, and the josh and energy of that song captures everything that I wanted to say to you about YouTube. It's a place where technology meets creativity to make a million dreams come true. Now, when I was growing up in Hyderabad in the 1990s, there were only a handful of professions that people aspired to or pursued. But today, that has changed dramatically. Technology, and video in particular, has democratized information and has opened doors to new ways for anyone to make a living, no matter their background, literacy, or language levels. And nowhere is that more evident than on YouTube. Supported more than 7.5 lakh full-time jobs and contributed and contributed 10,000 crores to India's GDP, as reported by Oxford Economics, one of the world's leading economic advisory firms. Now that is tremendous impact, but it all boils down to our incredible creator community that forms the beating heart of YouTube. And I'm so thrilled that we have some of our YouTube creators here today, right here in the audience. Big round of applause. Thank you all for everything that you do and for making YouTube such a vibrant, diverse, and inclusive community. Consumed by billions of people all over the world. And we recognize that that comes with a responsibility to connect people with helpful, high-quality information. In healthcare, for instance, people are increasingly turning to video. From a 70-year-old matriarch in Kottayam who's interested in learning more about COVID, to a migrant laborer in Delhi who's concerned about the health of his child, Indians are seeking out videos for health queries. Can be equipped to take quality information to more people. Moreover, we're incredibly excited about how these features can help democratize other types of information as well. And one area that I'm especially excited about is learning, a top priority for YouTube. As the world's largest platform for education and skilling content, YouTube already helps Indians learn all kinds of things, from algebra to Zumba to everything in between. But to talk more about what we can do together to create rich learning experiences on YouTube, please welcome on stage a leading educator and a YouTube creator, Roshni Mukherjee from Learner Hub. Hi Roshni, thank you so much for being with us here today. Can you start by telling everyone a little bit about your story on YouTube?
First of all, thank you so much for having me here. I'm so delighted to be here today. So to start with, as a child, I always dreamt of being a teacher. So one day, I gave up my corporate job and became an educator on the world's largest virtual school, that's YouTube. So I have been here in this space for more than 10 years, have created more than 7 with this new feature. So shall we begin?
Please.
And it's called Courses. I am personally super duper excited about the opportunities that courses will unlock.
That's great, Roshni. You've had some experience with the product. Can you tell us a little bit more about courses?
Sure. So we all remember that one teacher in school who would make our least favorite subject at least a little more bearable, who would go out of their ways to make the classroom a little more interesting, engaging and fun.
Monetization option for our creators. Roshni, it was great to learn from you today. Thank you for taking the time. We are committed to empowering those who are creating for India and building India's future. And as we build for that future, we are also determined to uphold the safety and security of all our users. So to tell you more about our efforts in this space, let me hand it over to my colleague, Royal Hanson.
Spread of problematic content. Take, for example, our Trusted Flaggers program, where we work with experts to identify bad content around complex issues like hate speech, radicalization, and child safety. Work alongside the Public Health Foundation of India to advise us on our policies and flagging content on the complex topic of medical misinformation. Critical in harmful content low while preserving free expression on our platform. We also develop advanced capabilities to help raise the security bar for the entire industry. One example of this is our recent acquisition of Mandiant, which offers cutting-edge AI-driven cyber threat intelligence. Combined with our existing security solutions, we're able to deliver even better end-to-end security capabilities. We know we can't beat tomorrow's threats with today's tools. That's why in 2021, we pledged to invest $10 billion in global cybersecurity innovation.
With UPI, digital payments overnight became accessible for millions of novice users who were otherwise daunted by the task of transacting online. Novice users expect digital payments to feel as intuitive and natural as the cash in their pocket, and that's been an exciting challenge for us.
Analyze aggregate transaction patterns of millions of users. It also looks at a graph of billion notes to see if the recipient raises any flags for previous suspicious behavior. The graph and signals are getting updated regularly to keep up with newer patterns. If a machine learning algorithm determines that a transaction is suspicious, it flashes a warning in your most preferred language. And all that in just milliseconds. But sometimes we need to go a step further.
Step further?
We literally nudge our users to think twice with haptic feedback, kind of like this. And we give them some extra time to think, like 3, 2, 1, and act. So in this way, tech under the hood is working around the clock to keep our users safe.
Sharma, I'm the founder and CEO of Your Story.